Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to AWCWA's Network for Work. We have a very interesting guest that just doesn't talk about it, she's about it, okay? This is Nancy Pierre. She is from Blue Contractors Construction Company. She is the CEO. She wears a lot of different hats anyway, yeah, we're going to talk about that. Let's talk about your story. Tell us a little bit about you. How'd you get into this industry? What were your obstacles in getting into the industry? And what were the advantages of being in the industry?
Well, hi y'all. I'm Nancy Pierre, and I'm the CEO of Blue Construction LLC. I am a licensed general contractor. I'm actually the first Haitian female licensed general contractor here in New York. I know it's one of us in New York and one in Florida. So I'm
wow.
Yeah, one in the state, second in the country. So I'm on record.
All right.
So I'm really excited about that because, in our culture, we're doctors, lawyers, engineers.
Okay.
We're not contractors. I was asked by a friend to do the move-out renovations and the NYCHA developments. I was just doing the document control, and it went from document control to supervising the trades to ordering materials to doing walkthroughs. It was like one development, two developments, then 13 developments and 40 guys. It was a ride, and it was great. Nonetheless, at the end of this particular project, there were some tough things that happened with the actual GC and our boss, who was a sub. So we all lost our jobs. And at that point, we didn't know what we were going to do. And 8 out of the 40 guys said to me, if you became a general contractor, we'll work with you. And that's been my story. One of them went and got my LLC, and I was just going through the processes of getting all my documents, all my paperwork, until I actually did become and get my home improvement contractor's license.
How was that for you? What did you have to do in order to get that contractor's license?
Yeah, so it's a lot of I'll just throw some things out, like you need to have your RRP, which is the renovation, repair, and paint. You have to tax authority, fingerprinting. You have to get general liability
insurance. You have to be bonded, right?
You have to be bonded, $20,000. That's at the start. You have to have a general liabilities insurance. There are a lot of different, point by point. The test is really not about 16 on center.
Okay.
It's not about that. It's not about, anything regarding building, but more compliance.
Okay.
So you really need to understand law and business, right. And things like that. But there are study guides out there. It is not, crazy as some people are afraid of the process.
Right.
But everything is a process, right?
It is. Now, did you have to go through any kind of particular training to go down that path? I know you were doing all the other things in the office, so it kind of was an internal training that you were getting.
Yeah.
And then, but did you have to go through any additional type of training?
They did want some kind of information about experience.
Okay.
And if I remember correctly, they wanted some information about experience, and Lord knows I had the biggest experience in such a short time.
Okay.
Where I can call out things like this. You think I was doing it for years.
Okay.
But there was something that they required. I can't remember exactly what it is, but if I looked at a list, I would know. Mm-hmm. But I think it's very, it's a calling, right? I definitely feel like, what I'm noticing in the industry is a lot of other trades, architects, engineers, they want to become GCs, but they've really been called to be an architect, or they've been called to be an engineer. And I think with this kind of thing of leadership, it definitely is a call.
So would you think that being a general contractor, when you say it like that, because architects and engineers, and then you have your electricians and your plumbers, they all have their own part of the industry that they master.
Yeah.
So being that general contractor kind of makes it easier, because you can go out and scope the job, to say, hey, let me bring this one, bring that one, bring the other one, and then pull it all together. How does that work for you?
Yeah, so I'm big on talent selection. I love that. Right?
Okay, yep.
I'm big on that, and because I have first mastered the art of building relationships. I think that's
Most
one
important,
thing.
most important.
If you don't have relationships with people, you can't like go and start something and be like, okay, who do I get?
Right.
But I've had so many relationships prior to this, so when this happened for me, they were like, girl, I'm there.
Okay.
They were like, what you need? What you need? My cousin, my dad,
Everybody I know can do construction,
right. So even though I already walked away with skilled tradesmen, they also had like 8 or 9 people that they are managing as well, because they were doing this before they met me.
Right.
So I believe divinely. I am a people person.
That you are. Yeah, I will vouch for that.
And the way I got into construction, it was really God ordained. Like it wasn't something that I woke up one day and was like, oh, I want to be a contractor. No, my background is in musical theater. Hello, the stage. That's my background,
And she is a performer, y'all. Let me let you know. She will perform for you.
So I mean, it was just divinely orchestrated.
Okay.
And I'm very much of a people person. I love people, and I'm always meeting new people, and we're always, well, let me say this too. I love networking, right? I love that.
Okay.
But I am all about the human interaction. I love the transaction, but you get exhausted with transactional relationships.
Yeah.
So you want to have, like a slumber party effect,
And I think that's why we like doing the networking the way that we do, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are doing networking online. A lot of people are not networking the way that networking is traditionally done. But I think that's why we like doing this kind of thing, because people get to come out and talk to each other. They get to meet each other. And look what happened to you today. You came out, you just had met some people online, and now they're sitting here
we're
and
in
they're
person
networking.
now, yeah.
You see, so how great is that? See, like you just never know. They didn't even know they were all going to be here today, but they're all here today, right? So you should be here too.
You should be here.
Okay? You should really be here. This is a community that we're trying to build in these networks, that people are repeat. I don't want to use the word offender, but offend me over here, right? Be over here. That's what we're talking about. So that people know that this is the spot that you want to come to once a month to actually network like-minded people who are in the industry, who are making things happen, who want to help other people get involved. Now, if somebody wanted to work with you, what would they need to do? What is it that you're looking for from a person who would want to come work for your company?
I say, give me a call.
Okay. And we're going to have her information.
Call me.
We're going to get her information. What qualifications should they have? And should they have gone through some kind of pre-training, like a union or a pre-apprenticeship program like AWCWA's, or can they just come off the street and you have time to train them? Because that's something a lot of people don't have. They want the pre-apprenticeship programs to train them because they don't have time to do that training in the beginning.
Well, here's the truth. The truth is I have not yet encountered anyone who has come to me without any kind of background.
Okay,
right?
Good.
But I am already encouraging young people out of high school, just talking to my daughter about this, about your organization, and just straight out of high school, not even out of high school, just come earlier than that and prepare yourself, because if I had to do it all over again, I wouldn't want to waste my money on all these degrees. Hello, still in debt. But the trades are amazing.
And see, this is what I try to tell people too about the trades, is that the trades will send you to college.
Yeah.
Okay? You don't have to worry about it. If you really want to go to college, but you don't think you can afford college, get into the trades. They'll send you to college and come out with an associate's degree. And if you want to continue their education, they will help you with that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is the one industry that healthcare is there, right? But you got to work for it, though. I'm going to tell you that. I'm going to be honest with you. You work for it, because the moment you're out of work, 6 months later, you don't have it. Then you got to go back 6 months to get it. So you got to keep yourself in rotation. But it is a very, very good industry to be
Very good.
into.
Very good
You know what I
industry.
mean?
Yeah.
It will help a single parent, male or female, raise children, buy home, buy a vacation home,
Yeah.
take vacation. Only when you're not working, though. Don't be getting off of work just for vacation. I told y'all about that one before. But you know, what are some of the barriers that you had to experience during your experience in this part of the industry?
I think one of the barriers in the beginning was because I was someone who was literally fresh off the stage, and here I am trying to run a whole crew of men to renovate. I think they didn't have. I think I struggled with the not having faith in me, but that quickly changed within like 6 weeks.
Because and why is that? Why did it change?
Because there was 3 gentlemen that were superintendents in this NYCHA. And sometimes I'm not going to get emotional now because I don't have to. But
that was a while ago. Yeah. She's been in this for a while now.
But they walked me through. They walked me through, and they were the ones that I had to go through inspections with.
Okay.
So when they saw that I was this girl like trying to figure things out, they were just like, all right, here's what we're going to do. And this wasn't my boss doing this. This was the people that could mess us up if we didn't do the right thing, right?
Okay.
And they walked me through, and they were like, here, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to do with the paint. This is what you need to do with this. Here, I'm gonna give you some doors. Make it fit,
Okay.
And they would just give me the high five, when my team, they would challenge me, and then I would challenge my team. There were others that just were not a fan of Nancy Pierre, because she didn't know what she was talking about. However, over time, I just grew. I was just like, God, it's either I'm going to fail or I'm going to succeed. That's it. And I'm believing that I'm going to finish strong, right?
That's right.
And I spoke it, manifested it. And even till this day, those 3 superintendents, they're like, I'm about to retire, because they're in corporate now. They're in corporate NYCHA.
Okay.
And they're like, I'm about to retire and I want to work with you. I'm just like, come on, see? That's that part right there.
That part, relationships are everything.
Yeah,
and in this industry, making relationships is what you want to do. So networking is perfect because this is a relationship builder, right?
Yeah.
And this is what we're trying to do: build a family through this network, build a community through this network, build you through this network. Whether you're somebody looking for work or somebody looking for somebody who needs work, right? This is where you need to be. Right here at the Connect.
Yes, at the Connect.
So, is there anybody in the audience that has a question? Do you have a question for our guest? Okay, let me repeat that for you. So, the audience question was, what were your challenges in the industry as a female, and are you still going through those same challenges today?
I'm not going to say that I didn't have challenges as a female. If there were any challenges, take it for what it's worth. If I had challenges, it was females challenging.
Yeah, that can happen. And I'm going to say something about that. As being a laborer, basically my career, I started out as the only woman, only black, right? And then it grew. But what they did to us is they tried to make us be pinned against each other, right? So they were growing that atmosphere within the industry as you were getting in it. You didn't know any better, but they were kind of saying, hey, you can't work with that woman, or you can't work if that woman's working. And so it would kind of put us against each other. And for me, this is what I'll tell you straight up. Never have a problem with losing a job, because you can always get a next one.
That's right.
But never disrespect yourself or the next woman just because of a job.
Yeah.
Because you both can grow together, and you never know where that relationship may take you.
You'll meet later.
That's right. This is a small industry, as large and as big as you think it may be. It is not. Everybody somehow knows everybody who knows everybody.
That's right.
So be careful out there. Respect your sisters so you can respect yourself. So any other questions from the audience? Oh, you wanted to say something else?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Okay, so she wants to know, how do you strategically work with women who could be catty, but you're not?
So one key thing, and I have 3 daughters. So I'm already like ahead of the game, right?
Okay.
One of the things that I practice and I teach them is wisdom and discernment. You got to have wisdom and discernment. See, people show you who they are before you even go through the whole process. Don't try to force a relationship that might not be for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And people could have issues and have drama, right? But their heart is in the right place. You have to be able to discern that. You have to be able to know, you know what? Natalie has issues, but you know what? She has a great heart and she means well. And I can be a help or a support, you know? And what I didn't tell you is that I do have a master's degree in social work. So understanding.
Oh, so that helps, I'm sure. That helps.
You know, so I'm dealing with human beings with all kinds of stuff, with all kinds of hang-ups, and they're bringing it to work.
Yeah.
So I have to be able to figure this out, you know, and just even when I was working with my guys, right? Even there was one girl on the scene. For some reason, every month she was acting a certain way. And at some point, I realized the pattern.
Okay. But if that's that woman thing, you know.
I was like, why you want to let off on me all the time? But I did something totally different. One day, she was not well. And she was just giving me heck, right? So I was like, girl, because she was on another one of the projects, right? And I was like, girl, I'm about to Instacart you some elderberry syrup, okay? That changed our relationship.
There you go.
That changed because I showed her that I care, and nobody ever showed her that they cared.
It was always, let me stay cutting. As women on a regular, know that we are sisters. And if you know that this is my sister, I'm not going to disrespect my sister.
Exactly.
My sister's not going to disrespect me because I'm not going to disrespect me. So I know that that circle is going to be a circle of life. And that's what we really have to do. I mean, we have to really be about that ourselves up front. And if we are, then we don't really have to worry about those kind of things too much because it won't really reflect on us because we're not putting it out there. You know, we're not putting it out there. So thank you very much for that. Thank you, audience. Is there any closing remarks that you want to give besides your number? And we're going to let y'all know she's going to be back next month, whether she knows it or not. But she's going to be back again next month to come out and talk to her. Oh, but what I want to say before your closing remarks, though, what I really want to tell y'all is the reason why that I really wanted Blue on here, well, I call her Blue, right?
It's okay. Everybody does.
You know, look at her. And if you see her, this is Blue, okay? But the reason why I wanted Nancy on here is because Nancy and I are going to be doing some work together. AWCWA is going to have a hemp building expo. And one of the things that I like about her work is that she's very holistic. She's concerned about your health in her building for you. So you need work done. A lot of people are not thinking about what type of paint that they're using, what type of glues they're using, any material that they're using. And is my client allergic to any of this? And this is something that she's very much involved in, knowing the well-care of her client. That was important to me for what we're getting ready to do. So I'm glad that you said that you would be a part of that. I look forward to it. So y'all look out for it. It is the AWCWA Hemp Building Expo. Everything hemp,
Can't wait.
Everything natural, everything holistic.
Just want to say I'm so excited to be here tonight.
Okay.
And if I have to leave one takeaway, it's just, be aware of you. That's it. You will find great success. Just be in tune with you, right? Be in tune with you. That's all I can say. Whatever that means to you, just be in tune. Be present. Be present.
And how can I get in touch with you?
Go to bluethebuilder.com. You can go to Blue Construction LLC on Instagram, and you can go to, and just contact me through the inbox. Inbox me.
And look out for that expo because she will be there. She will be on stage and she will be doing her thing. Blue, thank you so much for coming out. Thank you for being a part of this. God
This
bless.
is so fun.
Peace, peace, peace and hair grease.
Yes, lots of it.